This thing with James. The Lord said, I want everyone to be watching and waiting now. Let's have some fun, guys. The Lord has communicated to me now.
All right.
It's time to watch. That's what this is all about, this whole thing with James. The Lord said, I want everyone to be watching and waiting now. Now, James, we'll talk about your thing in a minute, but I want to talk about the message that the Lord's given me through all this thing and all the miracles. Well, watch this. So anyway, there's no airplane to get in the desert. There's no airplane to find.
The only airplane I've ever seen was that's the helicopter. At the moment, it's talking about an airplane, but I'm not looking for that. What I'm looking for is this. This is an airplane. This airplane is in the middle. Well, it's not there anymore, but it used to be in the Cherry Street alleyway. And the funny thing about that is it's a 100% airplane wing. And if you turn that wing upside down, it becomes 100%. No lying. But at the same time, you know what else reminds me of the 100?
There's no airplane to get in the desert. There's no airplane to find. I couldn't find an airplane. And to find one that someone would let you jump out of, and to find one that had a door that opens during flight, you just don't find airplanes. Hey, Kat.
Yeah.
It's me. Hey, listen, I'm doing a video, and I'm sorry I'm crash bombing you. But I'm telling everybody about Chinati, and when I was crash bombing you. I'm telling everybody about Chinati, and when I was there, and I'd been there for a while, and I was freaking out because I didn't have an airplane yet.
That looks like a crash land, doesn't it? 5:55 a.m. May 21st, 2020. Tweeting, birds tweeting, crash landing, airplane. The only airplane I seen in a desert, and then turn it upside down, 100%. No lying. Look at that. It's not there anymore though. Perfect. Boom. Now let me send that back to the message.
And when I was there, and I'd been there for a while, and I was freaking out because I didn't have an airplane yet. I had no way to jump, and I was talking to you on the phone. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I have you looking for airplanes for me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, can't find an airplane. Do it, work, man. And so I was driving.
Sound like a schoolgirl.
This is so bizarre. I had Kat on the phone as a witness because I was like, this is so weird.
Hey, he had cat and Decker just meowed.
Sure enough,
Oh my God, that's confirmation.
So obviously this was back when I was judging Jonathan Kleck with some irritation towards what I was perceiving.
Hey, Cat. Hi, it's me. It's me.
Like, do it, work, man. And so I was driving down a desert highway, and I was talking to Kat, and Kat was looking for me, and I heard the Lord tell me, go to Alpine Airport right now. Does that sound right to you?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so that is true, correct?
Yes, it is.
And so I drove to, I said, Kat, I'll call you back.
A-Z-A-L.
And I drove
Mouse.
I drove to Alpine Airport, and then I got there, and so, okay, Kat, so I'm going to just run through the rest of the story. Okay, but that's your testimony, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool, thanks. So, anyway, so plane that might be willing to take me to altitude and let me just jump out of their plane. I'm a pro skydiver. I have a pro license, so, and they both looked at each other at the same time. They went, Cade, right then and there. They both said Cade at the same time. And they go, yeah, Cade, Cade will do it. And I was like, oh, wow, you think so? They go, yeah, he's on approach right now. So Cade was on approach. He was delivering an airplane for someone, I think, that bought an airplane out there. So Cade is on approach, getting ready to land an airplane. The Lord told me, go there right now. And I show up, and guess what?
That was even before October 21st, 2020. Burns Street. This is where it burns. This is where you get burnt. 43. Peter Pace.
So Cade was on approach. He was delivering an airplane for someone, I think, that bought an airplane out there. So Cade is on approach, getting ready to land an airplane. The Lord told me, go there right now. And I show up, and guess what? There's my airplane. And so I meet Cade. Cade lands, and I go over and I talk to him. I'm like, hey, blah, blah. He goes, yeah, man, I'll take you, no problem. When do you want to go? And I'm like, well, I think I forgot what day it was, but he's like, yeah, I'll take you for sure. There may be some weird weather. It gets weird out here. I'm like, whatever. Just give me the altitude. That's all. I just need altitude, man. I'll take 5,000 or above, whatever you got. I'll do a 5,000 footer if I have to. And so he's like, yeah, no problem. So now I have my airplane. That's a miracle. You don't find an airplane that the door opens during flight. They're not easy to find. You don't find some guy that's willing to let you do it. There's insurance issues.
I got
You
one
don't
right
find
here,
a guy
Johnny.
that's willing to go,
Don't worry about it.
I don't care about
it
the
runs
FAA.
fine. It just crash landed a few years back.
Anyway, so
You can
I
get it
found my
up and
airplane.
running.
That's a miracle.
So what I'll do, Johnny, I'll pick this airplane up off the ground. I'll hand deliver it to you. That way you can just fix it and then skydive into the desert.
He was gonna flood the river. Yeah, the riverbed. There was a flash flood. Okay, here we go. Let's go back.
Hold on. Psalms 46. Well, let's start with the fact that it was bone dry right there at the very beginning. And then a minute and a half later, fountains of water flooding out of nowhere. You like to make keys? Well, that just turned on now, obviously. Vlad eyewear. And then there was this day, October 21st, 2020, when the water stood still at 8:48 a.m. Which is the same exact time that Barack Obama, what he said was,
He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. To the sea, though its waters roar, its waters roar.
there.
Though
So right there. You got your 46.
its waters roar, then be troubled. Though the mountains shake with its swelling. He breaks the bow and cuts the spear in two. He burns the chariot in fire. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge.
There it is, Psalms 46.
So this is just a little story about Izzy. It doesn't really matter. I'll skip that so we don't have to listen to it.
Izzy?
So here it is. So as I was walking, I heard the Lord say, look down, and I looked down. And I put these back down, but I looked down and I saw these two. I looked down, and I heard the Lord say, look down. And I looked down, back down, but I looked down and I saw these two. I looked down. I heard the Lord say, look down. And I looked down and I heard the Lord say, pick up these two rocks. And I picked them up. And this is unbelievable. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. Two rocks out of all these rocks. They were split. This rock was two separate rocks sitting on the ground in a riverbed with trillions of rocks. And I heard the Lord say, look down. In my spirit, and then I saw these, and I heard the Lord say, pick up those two rocks.
I can't.
I just burst into tears. I didn't
They're a
know
little bit
what
too
to
heavy.
do. How in the world? It's a rock that's. I'm gonna put exact. There we go.
Tucker and Hempfield. Tucker got fired.
That's insane. Glory to God.